Welcome back to Seriously, the Claudia Project, where we talk about everything lifestyle, motherhood, and motivation, everything in between. Really, we're doing it all over here, right? Today, we are talking about hitting 30 episodes here on YouTube, podcast world, wherever you're listening. I know I've got Spotify listeners, and what it's kind of been like for me over the last 30 days, doing something that I've been talking about for literally years and have never been able to accomplish. So right now, make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe. We are trying to get to 500 people on this here YouTube page, and I need you to stick around to make sure that we actually make it there. We're going to hop right into it. So the reality of consistency for me is I just haven't been that consistent. And there's really no excuse outside of I wasn't prioritizing this and I wasn't making the time for it. I was like letting myself get wrapped up in the what ifs and who's going to watches and like all of those things that don't really matter at the end of the day. And then trying to like kind of blame it on my family, like being worried about what Dre, that's my husband, might think, even though he supports me in everything that I do. So it's really just me in my own head and not wanting to take that first step. And so when I decided to do this like 30 days ago, I was like, Claudia, you've been talking about this forever. And I've just been thinking about how grateful I am for my life and how there's so many more things that I want to be able to do and how much fun I think it would be to have a podcast. That's like a daily situation. And so I just decided 30 days ago, I was sitting with my girlfriend at lunch and I was like, you know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm just going to post. Like, I'm not going to think about it too much. I'm going to make the editing super easy, which, for a lack of better words, I'm sure I could probably work on still, but I'm just going to take everything out of it. I was already starting to focus on like walking and getting back like just active, moving my body. And so I was like, every day I'm going to go outside, and when I walk my laps around my neighborhood, I'm just going to film for like 10 to 15 minutes, whatever comes to mind. And then I'm just going to post it. I'm not going to edit it down. I'm not going to be trying to do a bunch of thumbnails, anything that was going to take extra time. I just wanted to take that out. So that's exactly what I did. So I do 15-minute episodes, straight form. I just talk to you guys, as you know, very casual. And then I come in and I edit and I load them up. I film on a DJI, so like it moves around a bunch. And so you have to do like an auto adjustment with the coloring, but I put a little color filter on it to fix to the depth. So I'm not like so like washed out. Speaking of, I'm like a greasy mess. And that's what's happening. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. It hasn't been easy. Because no matter how hard you try, it's really hard not to be in your own head about it. And so the first couple episodes, I was like afraid to watch. But then I went back and I was like, wow, these are actually pretty good. I'm actually pretty funny. But outside of that, it's like as soon as you start posting, now you're worried about like when you post, how many people are watching it. Are any people watching it? I haven't yet told any people. I haven't like spread the news on any other social media platforms. I'm just on YouTube, and then I'm posting on Spotify. And then I have like a pretty strong core group of friends who I like sent the videos to. I'm like, hey, I started this podcast that I've been talking about forever. Like, listen to it. I'd love your feedback. And that's sort of where we've been right now. So the consistency has been challenging, but we've just been making it happen. I will tell you that I have learned a ton over the span of the last 30 days. And number one is like discipline over motivation any day, right? My motivation for doing it was really strong the first like 4 days. I was like, wow, I'm so motivated about this. I'm so excited. This is brand new. Dre helped me create like a little logo for Seriously, the Claudia Project, came up with the name, really was enjoying it. And then by the time we got to day like 6, I was like, ooh, buddy. Not that the episodes are terribly long. It just like adding in even the extra hour in your day is something you have to really think about. And then coming up with topics that many times in a week was really, really challenging. Even if you add in all the chat GBTs and all the stuff, you still have to think about the episodes. You have to think about what you really want to say. That way there's less editing and things that you have to take out. And because I was originally trying to film in the mornings, then I was like I was tired after a few days, and then I was getting up later. And so it just turned into this mess where like some days I was like, I could probably just skip an episode tomorrow and not even worry about it. But no, I'm leaned in on my discipline right now. Leaned in on it. I'm not missing an episode. Monday through Friday, no matter what, we're getting it done. So even now, I've had to like shift what my schedule kind of looks like. And so if I know I have practice on Mondays and Tuesdays, I definitely have to film the nights before, which I've actually really enjoyed better. And so I think I'm going to try to keep up the nighttime schedule, even though it keeps me up later depending on the day. But I've kind of timed it out really well today. So we're doing excellent. But the discipline is what has had me show up every single day. I will say after the first 2 weeks, we removed Saturdays and Sundays just because I need rest too. And I'm doing day in the lives on TikTok every day. So like I gotta chill somewhere. And that's the one that I've decided I can like. Saturday and Sunday episodes you guys don't need. So Monday through Friday is what I've decided works. And it's helped me with my discipline across the board and like on other places. So because like I'm like, if I can do this, I can definitely do other things. And it's like showing up for myself even when I don't want to, because I know that that's something that I like actually really, really want. Knowing and remembering that progress is something that you feel internally before you see it externally. So the name of the episode is First 500. My goal to get to 500 subscribers on YouTube is like so strong. It's the only thing I can see right now. We are so close to getting there. Actually, I don't even know what number we're at right now. Let me tell you guys where we are. Right now, we're at 458 people. Just gained one, literally today. And so the goal to get to 500 is like top of mind. And so I'm trying to make sure that I'm focusing, well, one, that I'm not freaking myself out about that. I don't want to be posting episodes to try to go viral. I'm trying to do it slow and steady, but that's something I have to remind myself of every single day. And so like, if you're anything like me, you have to focus on the things you can control, and you cannot control everything else. People who are getting thousands and thousands and thousands of views that you're seeing, and you're like, how is this happening? They've been posting for years. They've got far more than 30 episodes of anything. And so they're just getting better at it. Just like now that I'm on day 30, talking to myself, talking to you in a camera feels more natural now than it did before. I used to have to like, and my husband just pointed this out to me, I used to have to like warm myself up and like do a bunch of takes. And now I'm comfortable talking to you guys just like pretty naturally. And I know that the longer I do this, once I get to the next 30 episodes, it's going to be even more natural for us to come together every single day to get to know each other. But I can't lie and say that it is hard to like post things and only it have 2 views and then you not to feel defeated. And so remembering I'm doing this more for myself than I'm doing it for anyone else. And then remember to talk to myself when I'm talking to you guys. Like the reason I wanted to start this is because I found it hard. I'm sure this is like a me thing, but maybe it's not. I was having a hard time finding people who looked like me, who are in a similar age group, who like had full-time jobs. There's like influencers out there who like are doing great things, but they aren't working 9 to 5s. And like, that's what I'm doing. And so that's what I want to see from people who are moms and people who like, whose identities aren't wrapped up only in one thing, but they're like doing multiple things and they're interested in multiple things. And so that's why I'm here. And that's what I have to remember every day, that I'm like worried about numbers that I cannot control. And so the road to 500 is important, but it's not something that's driving me to show up every day. I'm showing up because it's something that I just enjoy and I'm having a good time doing it. So things to think about. And it's reminded me that like I get to do whatever I want over here and no one really sees it, and I can like make jokes and I can laugh, and I do this weird like big swallow. Let me give you one now. Which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever noticed about myself while I'm editing down. So I promise you guys, I'm trying to edit that kind of stuff out. But this is helping me with public speaking, which has been really, really great. And it's giving me the space to talk to you guys about all types of stuff. A girlfriend of mine literally yesterday was like, Claudia, I want you to talk about something that's fun. Like, I want people to know that you're a fun person. And I am fun, but I'm also like wildly motivated right now. And so the only things that I'm thinking about is like how to improve at your 9 to 5 and how to make sure that I'm like thinking about my night routine, and how do I set myself up for success for tomorrow, and how do I wake up every day and be thankful for the day that I'm having, and like do as many things as physically possible because I'm awake and I'm alive and I'm alert and I'm excited about like continuing and doing all of these things that I said for so long that I really, really wanted. And now that they're here, making sure that I'm like actually being positive about them, right? And then it's like the micro wins matter too. So that's something that this road to 500, this 30 episodes has taught me. Like, we're not growing super fast. Sorry, if you guys came here because you're waiting for me to say that in 30 days I gained 100,000 subscribers and now I'm a full-time influencer who made $1 million. That's just like not what's happening over here. But what did happen is in the last 30 days I've gained like 45 subscribers, and that's far more than I would have gained if I was only posting one video a week. And so that's been really great, and all of those other things I said before. And so it's the micro wins. Like right now I knew that I had 447 subscribers before I checked while we were on this call together. But now I have 448, and that's so exciting, and I'm so stoked to meet all of you and like get to talk to you guys in the comments. So that's been super fun as well. Truly, like, being consistent with something like this that like I'm physically getting nothing in return from except for like becoming a better person and helping you guys become better people is like shaping me to be the most consistent person ever. And it's like changing me in a way that I wasn't expecting. I'm just doing the things that we talk about every day. I'm like reminding myself every day to do. And there's no parts of me that are perfect, and there's no parts of you that are perfect either. But as we show up every day, I think like, I just talked about washing my dishes. I should go ahead and do that. I talked about my top 3. What are my top 3 today? Did I knock them out? Why didn't I do them? Taking like assessment of my day and making sure that I'm using them wisely, and also taking days to rest and just know like, this is a day where I don't want to do anything and I'm just going to chill. And that's been super exciting too. So the magic of 30, the most amazing part of this all is like, as far as podcasts goes, based on Dave, that's my chat GPT, y'all say hi to him. Most podcasts don't make it to 30 episodes. So I'm already a million miles ahead of like some of the internet's most favorite people. And I feel amazing about that. And so I'm just going to keep showing up, and even if it's small for forever, at least we all have each other. I'm enjoying so much being here, and I'm so stoked that right now we're in a small club. And like, you'll always be able to say, I was one of the first 500. And how many people get to actually say that? So this is your reminder. Do something fun, like whatever that thing is that you've been talking about doing for years on end, whether that's stitching, learning to sew, changing careers, trying a new fingernail polish. Maybe you're a nude girl and you're like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change it up. I'm going to put some color on my nails. I had been wearing nude for months, and I was like, finally, Claudia, you deserve something fancy. And that's exactly what I did. And I'm stoked about it. And I think I might do another design. Actually, I'm not. It's expensive. We need to talk about budgeting. That's for another day. If you're still here listening, thank you guys so much for being here. I'm so excited. I can't believe we made it to 30. Truly, it is like, I just never thought that I would be able to hold it together by myself, showing up for me all alone. Well, you guys are here, but just like, for so long I wanted to do this, and I can't believe that I actually did. And so I'm stoked and I'm excited, and we're gonna hit this 500, guys. So like, count down the days. The goal, into September, we're hitting it. Like, no mas, we're doing it. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. Seriously, this is the Claudia Project. You are a part of something great. I feel it. I do feel it. I feel like something is on the horizon. So we're going to get there soon. Thanks so much for being here. Have a great, well, it's Tuesday for me, but whatever day of the week it is for you, I'm so excited that you're here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends. Pass on the message. We're headed to the moon, baby. That's the only way. It's only up. It's only up. Have a good day. Bye, guys.